Hello everyone, my name is Ankit Jain. I welcome you all to my channel Tech Journey with Ankit. Today's video is another LWC coding interview question which has been asked multiple times in the interviews. In this today's question, we will explore not only the solutioning approach, but also we will also go and build the LWC component from the scratch so that you guys will also understand whenever any new requirement comes, how you can go and build the similar kind of a component. So basically the practice that we are following in this series is we are doing two things. We are understanding the interview questions. Moreover, we are also seeing the implementation as well. In case you folks didn't got a chance to check out the old videos, make sure that you go over and look for the playlist. This is the seventh video in the playlist, and I have already got lots of love from most of you folks about this particular playlist. So without further delay, we can get started with the next interview question. Again, in case you folks like to have one-to-one connect with me or want to download the code that we are building in the today's session, you have to go to the top met. You can also get the link in the video description, or you can scan the code. As soon as you do that, you will be landed up on this page where you will have the two options. First one is for one-to-one connect for the Salesforce career learning support as well as for the job queries. Moreover, if you navigate to the digital product, here we do have the lots of digital options, digital product options like the LWC Bootcamp notes. In case you folks have attended, you guys already know what is this LWC Bootcamp. Moreover, you will also have here the interview prep guide as well. This interview prep guide is again, it's a very detailed guide with most of the questions that can be asked in the interview. If you are planning to preparing for the interview preparation, this is the must guide that you folks should have, because this guide covers the questions and answers. And when I say answers, means the detailed answers for all the modules of the Salesforce, including the admin, Apex, integration, LWC, flows, scenario based questions. Moreover, as I said, whatever the code that we will be building today, it will also be available in this interview prep guide. Not only that, here you will also get the guides for the admin as well as for the data cloud consultant certification as well, again, which are up to date as per the new releases of the Salesforce. Moreover, in case you folks like to join the wider community where the like-minded people do discuss the Salesforce queries, you can also join the Telegram channel as well. Again, you can scan the QR code and join the Telegram channel where you already have more than 1500 Salesforce professionals which discuss the queries on their day-to-day work. Now, this is the problem statement for today. What they are asking here is to build the Lightning Web component. In that Lightning Web component, we should have one Lightning combo box. Combo box means nothing but a drop down, but this combo box should display all the account records. So basically, you have to get all the account records, and this time you have to display the account records in the form of combo box. Now, upon selecting the contact, what you have to do here is, sorry, upon selecting the account from the combo box, what you have to do here is you have to get the related cases as well as the contacts of that particular account. These are the different columns that you have to go and display in this requirement. Again, it's very much straightforward. Approach is completely up to you whether you want to go with the wire decorator or want to go with the connected callback. It's completely up to you. Only thing is they are also making sure that in case there is no details available for either of the cases or the contact, then you have to also display the message no related cases for the account or no related cases for the contact. So once you go and try to build the component, it should come up something like this, where user should have the option to go and select the account from the drop down. Once the user have make the selection, then the related cases and the related contact should come up. Again, you guys can also pause the video, share your approach in the comment section, how you go and build this solution. Moreover, you guys can also follow with me in this video and try to build the component along with me as well. It's completely up to your choice. You can drop your code. Whether your approach is correct or wrong, definitely I will revert you back in the comment section. Moreover, as I said, you guys can follow and try to implement this. Or in case you guys are in hurry, you can't implement it, you can always go and download the code from the top mat. So all the options are available. Now we'll go and try to build this component. So what is the problem statement? Again, if I go, the very first thing that I need to do here is I have to go and get the list of account record. So what I will do, I will go and create the Apex class, which will go and get the list of account records for me. So here I am creating the Apex class. I am giving the Apex class name as account related data controller. You can give any class name. Again, it's completely up to you. I'm planning to call this class from the wire decorators. So here I am making it as an aura enabled, and also I am putting up here as the uh, cacheable equal to true. Okay, and here let's say I'm giving the method name as get account, where I am writing down the query to get the account. So here I'll be putting the return. Let me not, I don't need anything from now. Okay, let me go and simply return select, let's say ID comma name from account. Right, I want to get all the accounts. That's a simple query that I'll be writing, and here I will be returning the list of accounts. A very simple query where I am getting all the account records available in my org. Only thing is I need to make sure that this method is getting called from the wire decorator. So here I am putting @ or enabled cacheable equal to true. Let me go and deploy this now. I'm writing down the lightning web component. First, we will go and get the combo box done, and then we will see how we can get the related records from here. So let me go and create the lightning web component now. Here I am giving the component name as account related data, and here I am importing this Apex method from here. So let me go and put here import get accounts, right, from this particular class and the method. As I said, I will be calling this method from the wire decorator. So here I will be importing the wire decorator as well. And after that, here I go and put @wire. I am calling the method get accounts. Right now, I have to go and display this data in the form of combo box. Again, if you guys already know how we have to go and populate the data in the form of combo box, if you guys don't know, you can always navigate to the component library and check it out. So here I am navigating to the component library, and I will show you in what format the combo box expects the data. So here I am navigating to the combo box. If you navigate to the JS, you can see that combo box always expects the data in the form of array of object, where the object should have the two properties, label as well as the value. So in case I have to go and display the data, I have to go and format the data that I am getting from the Apex into this form. So whenever we have to format the data that we are getting from the Apex, we always go for the function. So here I am going for the function, giving the function name as wired account, where I will have the two things, data as well as the error. Here I will checking if I am getting the data or if I am getting the error. Again, in case I am getting the data, then what I will do, I will go and prepare the data like I want. So for that, I will be iterating over the records. So here I go and put the data. To do the iteration, I am using the map where I am getting one record at a time. Now this time what we have to do, we have to go and create the array of objects. So whenever you have to go and create the array of objects in the JavaScript, I have already iterated this in my bootcamp also. You have to always use the round bracket, and within the round bracket, you have to go and populate your data. Now in what form I need the data? As I shown you, I want in my object, there should be two properties. First should be the label, and which should be nothing but the name, right? And the second thing that I need to go and populate here is the value, because at the back end I need the ID, which is the unique, because name can be duplicate but ID cannot be. So that's why I'm keeping the value as the ID. So this is how I am preparing my data. Now whatever the data that I'll be preparing, I will go and store that data into the property. So let me go and define one property here, account options, and I'm initializing this with the blank. And what I'm doing here is, here I go and populate the account options. Similarly, I am defining another property here as the error. And in case any error comes, I'll do two things. I will go and populate the error. Moreover, I'm setting this as the undefined. You can also go and log the error as well. So it will be easy for you to go and troubleshoot. So here I am putting the error. Error. Right, that's it. So we are getting the data, we are populating the data in the form of lightning options. Now we got the options, navigating back to the HTML files one more time. Now here I go and display the data, or display the combo box that I have retrieved. So let me first go and put the lightning card here. So here I am putting the lightning card, putting the title, account related data. And here I am using the lightning combo box. Let me add some padding first. Here I am putting div class SLDS where p around small. And here I'll be putting the lightning combo box. Again, how to put the lightning combo box? If you don't know the syntax, that's completely fine. You can come back, copy from here, right, and have the lightning combo box here. Right, so what all things that I want here? Let's say I want to give here the name as the accounts. Label here I am giving here as the account. You can give any name, it's completely up to you. Right, value I don't want, so let me not have the value here. Placeholder I am putting here as the select account. Options. Now where I do have the options, in which property I have the options? I have the options available in the account options property. So here I go and put the account options, right? And as soon as the user is making the change, what we have to do? We have to go and get the related data. So here I go and define the handle change method, and I will go and get the data. Right, so here I do have the event. Now whatever the value that user is changing, we have to go and get that value. So how you can get that value? It's very simple, right? Let's say here I am putting the account ID is equal to event dot target dot value, right? Using which, on what event the user have changed the value, that value will be available to me. It's very simple thing that we have done. Now as soon as the account ID is selected, what we have to do as a part of next step, we have to go and get the related data. Again, to get the related data, what type of related data that I need to fetch? So if I take you to the problem statement one more time, we have to get the open cases as well as the contact. So what we will do, we will go and create another method in our Apex using which we can go and get this related data. Again, I am making this as an Aura enabled. Again, it's completely your choice. If you want to make this call using the wire decorator, you can do that. Or if you want to make this call as an imperative apex, that also you can do that. Here I will be making the call as an imperative apex because I have already shown you how to call with the wire decorator. As I said, it's completely your option. You can do in both the ways. But again, in the imperative apex also, you can put the cacheable equal to true, right? Which is completely optional if you go for the imperative apex. Now here I am getting the public static. I will come back to the related data in a while. For the time being, I am putting here as the void, and here I am getting the get related records. What I am expecting here is one input parameter, and that input parameter that I am expecting here is the account ID, because based on account ID only I have to go and get the data. Now here I go and put account ACC is equal to, I have to go and get the related data for the account. So here I will be putting select, let's say ID comma, first I am getting the related cases, and what all columns that they ask me to fetch, case number, subject, and status. So here I am putting the case number, subject, and status from cases. Cases is the name of the relationship. Okay, it's not an object name case, it's cases because it's a relationship name. Now what cases that I'll be interested in? I will be interested in the cases which are not closed. So here I'll be putting where the status is not equal to closed. So I'll be getting those cases here. Now another thing that they have asked me to fetch here is the another thing that they asked me to fetch here is the contacts as well, where the first name, last name, and email and phone should come. So here I go and do that, select ID comma first name, last name, email, and phone from, again, contacts. It's not contact because I'll be getting the, I'll be putting the relationship name here, that is the contacts. Okay, and this data should come up from the account object. So here I go and put the account. Okay, so this is how we are getting the data from the account for the related record. Now I have to go and return this type of a complex data. What I will do, again, you can directly return this kind of a data and do the manipulation in the JavaScript. That is the one option. Another option is you can go and create the wrapper class and return the data in the form of the wrapper class as well. So here I will go for the wrapper class, which is more easy approach to do that. So here I will go and create the wrapper class. Let's say related wrapper. Let me also go and zoom this. It's already too much zoom, but let's go and zoom this. Okay, this is the related wrapper, and in the related wrapper, what I will do, I will go and add the two properties, the kind of data that I have to return. So here I'll be returning the first @aura enabled, and the property that I'll be putting up here is the public list of case. So here I'll be returning the cases. Similarly, I will be returning the contacts as well. These are the two things that I want to return as a in this class. Okay, so that is the type of data that I want to return. So here I go and populate this wrapper class. Now to populate this wrapper, let me go and first create the instance of this wrapper. Related wrapper is equal to new of related wrapper, and what I am doing here is in that related wrapper I am populating all the type of data that I have to return, and finally here I am returning the wrapper. Right, and also one thing that I will do, I will go and change the data type now here to the related wrapper that I will be returning. So whenever you have to return the complex data, the best way to do this is by using the wrapper class, and here I go and deploy this now. Now my Apex class is ready with all the data that I have to deploy. Now again, I will follow the same step. What is the step that you need to follow? First, I need to go and import this method. So here I go and import the get related records method from the same controller that we have created. That is the step number one. Step number two, as I said, this time I want to make this call from the with the help of imperative apex. So whenever you are making the call from the imperative apex or even from the wire decorator, you have to always remember that that call will always be on a asynchronous call. So how to define the asynchronous call? To do that, you have to make sure that you are putting the async keyword here, right? It's very simple. To make the asynchronous call from the JavaScript, your method should be asynchronous, and whatever the call that you are doing, that call should be available with the await keyword. So for example, here I'll be making the call to the get related records method. So what I will do, I will go and put this call something like this. Await, this is the method, and what is the parameter that my method is expecting? The parameter name my method is expecting here is the account ID, and this is the account ID that I will be passing. Whatever the result that I am getting, let me go and store that result into the one local variable. Another good practice in case you folks like to follow, whenever you are making any Apex call, always do that in the try catch block. So in case your Apex class is throwing any exception, you can directly go and log that exception here. So here again, I go and log that exception for now. These are all good practices that you folks can follow. Now, the related data that we are getting, we have to go and display that data on the UI. So to display the data on the UI, again, I am defining two more properties. One is with the cases and another one is the contact. You can use any property name. It's completely up to you, right? And here I'll go and store this property. So here I'll be putting the this dot contacts is equal to result dot contact, and this dot cases is equal to result dot cases. Okay, this is the first thing that you need to do. Now I have stored the data in the cases as well as the contacts. Now this data I need to go and display on the UI as well. So how you can do that? Whenever you have to display the data in the form of tabular on the UI, you can always take the help of the lightning data table. Again, if you don't know the syntax for the lightning data table, you can come here and look for the lightning data table as well. So here I go navigate to the lightning data table. And here I'll be putting the navigating to the HTML file. Okay, but one more check that they have asked me to do is the problem statement. What is that check? In case the data is not available, you have to go and display the message that is the no related cases for the account or no related cases for the contact, right? How you go and do that? For that, what you have to do here is you have to go and check the length of the data. So again, pay attention here how I will be doing this. So navigating to the HTML file. In my HTML file, the very first thing that I will do here is let me go and add some space. SLDS where p I'm adding some space from the top. Okay, and here let me go and put the title. As you can see in the screenshot that I have shown you, I have put the title here as the related cases. So here again I will go and do the same thing. Here let's say I will put in the title as view class. To put the title you can use the SLDS heading classes. So SLDS hyphen, let's see if the heading class is suggested. Yes, so I can use the SLDS uh, heading, sorry, SLDS heading text, if not text, actually heading underscore medium. This is the class that we can use to go and give the heading. And again, let me also go and add some space. SLDS where p top small, it should be underscore actually. Yes, my bad, it's a typo in the class name. Generally I use the IntelliSense, but somehow IntelliSense is not recommending, not sure why. We will see. Okay, so here I am giving the class name first as the related cases. Okay, this is the place where I will be displaying the related cases. But in case there are no related cases, I have to go and give the error message. So here I will be using the template LWC if to check whether the cases are available or not, and in which property I do have the cases. I do have the cases available in the cases property. So navigating here, I believe I can directly use the length attribute. Let's go and try it out. In case that does not work, we will go with another option. Okay, so here I am using the cases dot length. And in case the data are available, we go and display the data table. But in case the data is not available, right, then here I'll be using the template LWC else. And what is that? I'll be putting up here is else. In case the data is not available, then here we will be displaying that no cases available. So either here the table will come. In case there is no table, then this section will execute and it will show that no cases available. Okay, let me go and take out the additional hyphen. Another thing is now here I have to go and put the data table. So here I'll be using the lightning data table. Whenever you use the data table, there are key fields that you have to pass. First one here is what is the key field in your data table. So here I say that the key field that I'll be putting up here is the ID, in which data attribute you have the actual data to show. So here I'm saying that the actual data to show is available in the cases attribute. And now the next thing here is how you go and identify the columns. As of now, we have not defined any columns. So let me go here, and for the timing here, I am putting the attribute name that I will come back and define later. Okay, that is the cases column. And the same thing I will also do for the contact column as well. Okay, I need to go and define the columns for my table. I will come back and do this in a minute, but let me go and put the placeholder for now, navigating here. And here I am putting that the columns will be available in the cases columns attribute. Right? What is the next thing that I need to put up here is the, again, if you want the checkbox or don't want the checkbox, in my scenario, I don't want the checkbox. I can also go and hide the checkbox from here. So here I am putting that hide checkbox column. Okay, now these are the different details that I'll be putting up here for my lightning data table. I believe the formatting is not correct. Yeah, now this looks good. Now based on this, my related cases will come. The exact same thing I have to go and replicate now for the contacts as well. So here again I am putting this and putting here as the contacts. My contacts are available in which property? It is available in the contacts property. So here I go and put the data as the contacts. For the columns, here I have defined the contact column as the property. So let me go and put here as the contact column. Here again, I don't want to go and display the checkbox. And here I'm changing my message to the no contacts available. Right? Exact the same replica, because the way we have to go and display the data, it's kind of a same. Now, most of the things on my component looks good. Only thing that is pending now here is I have to go and define those column structure, for which I have already put the variable name. How the column structure should come up, again, if you don't know, you can come back to the documentation, and this is how the column structure should come up. It should be nothing but the array of columns. Right, so here let me go and define this structure first for the case column. And the similar kind of a structure, I will go and modify this for the contacts column. Now in the case column, what all different columns that they ask me to show? Case number, subject, and the status. So here I go and put the first label as the case number, second one here as the subject, and the third one here as the status. Okay, only 3 columns I have to go and show. Label is very much straightforward. You can give anything, but the field name is something, this is where you have to be conscious. The field name that you are putting, it must be the API name of the field. Okay, what is the API name of the case number? It is the case number. What is the API name of the subject? It is subject, and it is case sensitive. Okay, what is the API name of the status? It is status. By default, if you are not putting the type is always the text. So here again, I don't want to go and put the type. Here again, I don't want to put the type because I want it should be available in the text form. Looks good. Now let's do it for the another column. That is the first name, last name, email, and phone. So let's first go and put the first name. Here I am putting the last name. After that, here I am putting the email. And after that, here I am putting the phone. Okay, and here I have to give the exact same name. So here I am putting the first name. After that, here I am giving the last name, taking out the type. Right after that, here I am putting the field name here as email. You can go and put here the type as email if you want. And for the phone, you can go and put the type here as the phone, where the API name of the field is phone. Okay, as I already know these fields, I can directly go and put it. In case you don't know, you can always go to the object manager, take the field name for the first name, last name, email, and phone, and you can come here and put it. Very simple component. Let me do a quick revision. What all things that we have done. Very first thing, I have to go and display the data in the form of combo box. I have written the very simple apex method, which are returning me all the records. After that, I am making the call using the wire decorator, right, where I need to go and format the output data in the form my combo box is expecting. Then the second thing is, as soon as user is selecting the value from the combo box, I have to go and get the related data. So I have created another apex method, which is returning me the related data. As I have to return the complex data, I have taken the help of the wrapper class. Whatever the data that I am getting from the wrapper class, I am storing this into the property, and coming to the HTML file, now I am simply rendering the data on the UI with the help of Lightning data table. Now let's go and test it out whether the things are working as expected or not. So here I go and expose it and defining the targets here as the app page. Okay, go here and click on deploy. Let's go to the org and validate whether the things are coming up as expected or not. So here I navigate to the training application. And this is the page that I do have. Let me go here, click on the edit page. This is something that we have developed in the last video. In case you folks have worked with me on the last video, you guys already know. Here we are loading the opportunities based on the stage, and dynamically we are showing the columns on the data table along with the sorting functionality also we have built in that particular component. But this time we are working on the another component, that is the account with related data. So let me go and add that component here, right? And let me go back. Okay, so here you can see, okay, only thing is it is coming up very close from the border. So we can add some padding. Let me do this quickly. Although it's not mandatory, but let's have the better look and feel. So here I am adding some padding. Let me add the padding here rather than adding some from the top. Let me add from the around small, right? And where P around small, no related cases is good. It's coming up at fine. Again, if you want to put this into the center, the no related cases and this, what we can do here is we can add one more class here actually, SLDS text. What is that? Align center, if I'm not wrong. This is the class using which you can move the text to the center. And here I go and put this one more time. Control V. This looks good. Even I believe even for the tables, we have to go and do this. Okay. I have not added any padding for the table. Let's see first, or let me quickly check. Here I go and I'm selecting the one that is the top mate. Okay. I'm not sure whether the top mate have any data. So let's go and look for the other accounts. Take journey with Ankit. Or I need to go and check the accounts actually which have the contacts are available or not. So let me go and open the take journey with Ankit. Okay, it does not have any contacts. So let me go and create the two contacts here. My first contact here I am creating is the Ankit Chen. Putting some dummy email address. Ankit Chen @dummyemail.com. Putting some dummy phone number and clicked on save. Okay, you can definitely go and add the multiple, or let me quickly add one more. So I'm adding a brother's name, Amit Jain. And here I go and put the Amit Jain @dummyemail.com and clicked on save. Similarly, I will be creating the cases as well. So here I go and clicked on case, and this case is for, let's say, Ankit Chen, and testing application, right? As simple as this. And setting the origin as phone and clicked on save. So with these details, now let's go and validate whether the things are coming up as expected or not. So navigating here back and refreshing the page. Let's see. So we have done the changes on the TJWA training account. So here I am selecting the TJWA training, and somehow the things are not working. Okay, I checked this offline. Things were not working because of two reasons. First thing is on my Apex class, what I am doing here is basically I am getting all the accounts. Okay, I need to get it restricted to get only one account as per the logic. So here I will be adding the condition where the ID is equal to, and here I'll be using the binding variable. That is the account ID. That was the first mistake that I have done in the coding. So I am correcting it, deploying it one more time. Okay, and now the second mistake that I have done, it is on the HTML file. On the HTML file, what I have done here is, here I am checking every time for the cases. Okay, for the cases, definitely I need to go and check for the cases, but for the contacts, I have to go and check for the contacts. So here I go and make my another change. So the main reason it was breaking because we have made one silly mistake on the Apex class that we have corrected. Other than that, everything looks good. So let me go and deploy this one more time. Another changes that I have also done offline, basically I have made this as the bold, right? There was a small typo in the SLDS classes, but again, that does not matter much. So that's why I'm not going back there one more time and refreshing it. So as of now, it looks good. No, there are no cases. It is also coming up in the center. That's fine. Now, again, I go back and select to the account. That is the TJWA training. And here you can see that my cases are coming and my contacts are also coming based on the selection that we are doing. Right? There are two contacts that we have created and there is one case that we have created. So it's working as expected. I hope you folks like this video. Do let me know your comments or your thoughts in the comment section. In case you folks encountered any other question in your interview preparation journey, you can also let me know in the comment section and I will make sure to make the video on this in the future session. And as I said, if you want to download the code, you can always go back to the top mate and download the code from here. Thank you. Have a good time.